Good day, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. Today we are making stuffed peppers. So you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You want to cut your peppers in half. I do mine in half. If you want to do yours where you set them up and cut the tops and clean them out that way so you can stuff them that way, you can do it that way. I find it easier to do them in halves and lay them down because not every green pepper will sit straight up. And then once you clean them out, you want to boil them for about 3 to 5 minutes in salt water. So these have already been boiled in salt water, cleaned out. And then you want to get your half a cup of rice and go ahead and let it soak for a couple of minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Those aren't the only green peppers I have. I mean, you can do as many as you want. Six green peppers total is what I've got. They didn't actually have the green ones at the store, so these will do just as good. All right. You want to go ahead and get you an onion, dice it up. We're making the hamburger mixture that goes inside the peppers right now. So we got our hamburger here. Go ahead and wash my hands a little bit. Alright. We're going to go ahead and drain our rice. And it's just regular water. It doesn't have to be warm or anything, just regular water. What this does by soaking it is it makes the cooking process of it, of the rice, where you don't have to cook it beforehand on the stovetop. By soaking it, it allows the grain to open a little bit, so when you put it in the oven, it can cook rather quickly with whatever you're fixing. There we go. There's our rice. As you can tell, it's still kind of hard, but that's okay. There's our rice. And our onions in there. Now we're going to do a half of a cup of, if I can find half a cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm actually going to do a little more because I don't like a lot of grease. So, breadcrumbs. And then we're going to do 1/4 of a cup of ketchup. The ketchup is going in. My counter space is a mess. Alright. Whoops. we're going to save the ketchup for the top, because you need the ketchup in it and then the ketchup that goes over the top. 1 egg. Ba-doop. All right, let's add our seasoning. Let's see, this goes here. Let's add our seasonings. Let's see here. I forgot to open this. Oops. Here we go. This is our Aaron Bouillon. We're going to need that for the sauce. We're going to add some garlic in there. I don't got much garlic. Well, there goes the garlic. All right. Add a little bit of liquid smoke. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. A little bit of rice vinegar or any vinegar to help bring out the flavoring. You don't need very much. All right, now for our seasonings. I'm gonna do some of this. And of course, we gotta have our ground ginger. This is our coriander. Turnip. And then a little bit of clove. All right, now we're going to give this a good mix. All right, I'm going in. And it's 2 pounds of hamburger. If you are only going to do 1 pound of hamburger, I would cut the recipe in half. Mix, mix, mix. Let me wash my hands real quick. All right, what we're going to add now is a little bit of cheese. A little bit of cheese. ahead and mix in the cheese. And the reason I'm doing the cheese in the mixture, meat mixture, instead of on top is because you pour when you go to pour the red sauce, the cheese is just going to slide right off. So we're going to put the cheese inside the meat. All right. Let's go ahead and prep these peppers. And then I'll teach you how to do the red sauce. I'm going to start with a little bit of mixture because I do have a lot of peppers. So, like that. There's some meat mixture. This one's still got a little bit of water in it. Four of them. Just go ahead and whip out this one now. So here's the four of them. All right. Now let's get these done. Kind of just stuff them in there. By boiling the peppers for 3 to 5 minutes in salt water, 1, it helps get all the seeds off. 2, it also helps clean them of any bugs or germs, or it also helps them cook a little faster in the oven. Water in it. I will go back through and top them off. I just want to make sure I have enough to go in each pepper. Smells good. Smells delicious. There's still a lot of water in that one. All right. All right, now we're going to go back through and top them off. Especially this one. This one's deep. And I'm making extra peppers because my friend of mine that lives next door, she come down with some type of like an upper respiratory or bronchitis or something. So I told her I would make her a couple and leave it at her door so she gets something hot to eat. I would hand it to her, but because of my weak immune system and my autoimmune disorder, all somebody has to do is just sneeze by me and I get sick. So we're just gonna leave it at the door and text her when I do, so she can get it. Just add more to it so we don't waste it. We're almost there. There we go. Wash my hands with some soap since I'm done touching the meat. Alright, so now we got most of our things done here. We can set them off to the side. And that's what they look like. It's a lot easier to stuff them this way than it is to try to stuff them whole. But, I mean, it's the same recipe regardless how you stuff them. So, if you want to try the other way, you can try the other way. I just find it easier to do it this way. Alright, let's get going on this sauce. We want 1 can of tomato sauce, which, yes, this is tomato sauce. I accidentally opened the wrong can the other night because I was tired. And, yeah, I told y'all I'd put it in the fridge and save it for the recipe. So, here it is. That's just regular tomato sauce. Alright, let's go ahead and add in our tomato sauce. We're going to add in 1/4 cup of ketchup again, which, this is a 1/2 cup, but eyeball it. Do better than bouillon. Alright, then we're going to do Worcestershire sauce, liquid smoke, which I'm almost out of, a dash of vinegar, go ahead and mix this up. Now we're going to add our seasonings. So we got a little bit of garlic, a little bit of coriander, a little bit of clove, ground clove, little bit of ground ginger. I'm sorry this is a little longer video than usual. I figured I'd hang out with you guys for a little bit today. Usually I do a quick video and then I say peace out, but I want to do a little longer video today just to kind of hang out with you. And that was the Yellowstone seasoning. Honestly don't think that's going to be enough to cover everything, so it's okay. One thing about being a chef, you gotta think quickly on your feet. Might as well just do the whole thing. Might as well, instead of wasting it. There we go. That was just some more, it's actually spaghetti sauce, but tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, it's all the same thing. Now we're going to add it to the tops. I am sure glad I made more. Lord have mercy. There's no way that little bit would have gone all the way. I'm going to bring the pan over to show you. So after you make the sauce, you just drizzle the sauce over, and I'm actually pretty glad I made extra there. That was a good call. And now we're going to put them in the oven, 350-degree oven for 1 hour. We will be back. Okay, I don't want to keep you anymore right now. We'll be back once they're done, and I'll show you how they turned out. We'll see ya. All right, welcome back, everybody. I just want to flip the camera around and show you my stuffed peppers. They are done. Don't they look so delicious? They look so good, and they smell so good. But yeah, that's them. I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.